Imagine sinking your teeth into a crumb that's so tender it effortlessly melts in your mouth at the first bite, and feeling that irresistible creaminess of a double cheese filling and a fabulous explosion of Mediterranean flavors on top. This focaccia is a sinful temptation and pure paradise at the same time. You have been warned. It's downright addictive and simply to die for. For this recipe, we will use 500 grams of strong flour with a W index of 312 grams of protein. Question: can I use a weaker flour? No, it wouldn't be good, because the dough would be too soft and sticky, and you would have to knead it to give it strength, and the top just wouldn't look like a focaccia top at all. You can try this recipe with a stronger flour if you want. Prepare 125 grams of lukewarm milk. Dissolve 12 grams of fresh yeast separately with some milk and a teaspoon of sugar. Once it's dissolved, pour it onto the flour along with the remaining milk. Now, prepare 250 grams of lukewarm water and 60 grams of extra virgin olive oil. Mix them together and pour them onto the flour. Stir with a fork. Then add 2 teaspoons of salt. Keep stirring until well incorporated, using a spatula to speed up the process and make the dough more homogeneous. Cover the bowl and let it rise until doubled in size. My kitchen is quite warm in summer and it only took about 1 hour to rise. However, if you have air conditioning or if you are making this recipe in winter, it may take a bit longer. In the meantime, take the filling ingredients out of the fridge and let them come to room temperature. We'll need a baking tray. I'm using a round one, but a rectangular one will work just fine. Line the tray with parchment paper. Get a resealable food bag and trim the seal. Choose a sturdy plastic one and cut it halfway open with scissors. We'll need it to cover the entire size of the tray. Grease the parchment paper. Add the dough. Grease the food bag as well. Divide the dough into two. As you can see, the dough is sticky. This happened because I accidentally put 10 grams of extra wet ingredients. It doesn't matter, it happens. The dough doesn't require folding or kneading, so no need to panic or make a big fuss. I think it's a good thing to show mistakes and learn from them. Grease your hands and place 1/2 of the dough onto the food bag. With your greased hands, start spreading the other half onto the baking tray. The goal here is not to leave fingerprints, but to stretch the dough until it covers the entire tray and is leveled well. If you find it challenging, here's a little trick I use whenever the dough is stickier than expected. Keep your hands constantly wet with water and you'll see it becomes much easier. And now let's move on to the filling. I know you're crazy about extra cheese, so today I will indulge by adding a generous layer of shredded mozzarella and sliced cheese. I'm using a mild flavored one because I don't want to overshadow or alter the taste of the topping. But obviously you can change it according to your preferred topping. Now let's secure the parchment paper with some clips and set it aside. Take the dough on the food bag, or your hands, and stretch it just like we did for the base, aiming for a round shape. Oil only one hand. Slide the clean hand under the food bag to lift it, while the greased hand will be used to support the dough that we'll need to flip onto the baking tray. Remove the food bag without cleaning it. And focus on removing any imperfection from the top, particularly the edges that need to be pressed to seal them. And flatten the top to ensure it's even. Now let's move on to the topping. I have a family member who doesn't like olives, so I'll top one half with cherry tomatoes only and the other half with cherry tomatoes and olives. But you can choose a different topping, of course. Onions, thinly sliced potatoes with rosemary, and so on. Now let's reuse the same food bag to cover the tray and let the focaccia rise for about 45 minutes. Meanwhile, preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Add oil, water, and coarse salt. Then bake the focaccia for 30–35 minutes, plus an additional 5 minutes of grill mode or convection mode to give it a golden color. Leave the focaccia in the tray for about 10 minutes. Then transfer it to a wire rack and let it cool for at least 20 minutes because it's too hot for a summer day. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. Look at this spectacular tender crumb and gooey melted cheese. One bite of this focaccia and you'll be hooked for life. What a colorful topping! The smell of olives is just incredible. Its unforgettable and vibrant combination of flavors and textures will make you shout, "Mamma mia!" If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it. Consider subscribing to my channel, leave a comment and activate the notification bell to receive updates. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.